had more than 50 monitors from which to choose, and all eyes were certainly on the telly, the crowd expressing an occasional sigh and scream. But the group of punters was almost reduced shock as What a Nuisance got up to snatch victory from a field of favourites.
Run, but might be too late. What a Nuisance and Coiro Corrie-May. They hit it together. What a Nuisance won the cup.
Champagne, beer, chicken and an easy chair was the order of the day for racegoers at Matoa this afternoon as the folk in the Wimmera celebrated Melbourne Cup Day 85. The crowd was a little down on previous years, but those in attendance made their own fun. The weather was kind, but unsettled, with ladies electing to dress mostly in light summer clothing. The fashions on the field was a highlight of the day, along with a fashion parade held earlier in the afternoon. But all the sidelights couldn't detract from the main purpose of the day, the Melbourne Cup. The crowd flurry to the nearest television screen.
They got to our boyfriend. What a Nuisance coming at them. Here's Tripsingham with a late run, but might be too late. What a Nuisance and Coiro Corrie-May. They hit it together. What a Nuisance won the cup.
Opened more champagne to celebrate, and the losers, well, they either tried to retrieve some of their lost revenue in the betting ring or simply joined the winners and drowned their sorrows.
You know, we've had a terrific time, my friends and I.
And Coiro Corrie-May got to our boyfriend. What a Nuisance coming at them. Here's Tripsingham with a late run, but might be too late. What a Nuisance and Coiro Corrie-May. They hit it together. What a Nuisance won the cup.
Good evening, everyone. But the eyes of the racing world and probably all of Australia were on Flemington Racecourse today for the 125th Melbourne Cup. The Victoria Racing Club could have wished for a better day. It was humid and showery, and to make matters worse, the statewide train strike made getting to Flemington Racecourse a nightmare. But as Mark Gillies reports, racegoers resorted to just about every other form of transport available.
It was a day when all roads appeared to lead to the Flemington Racecourse. From just after 9 o'clock, more than 5 hours before the big race, traffic began to build up. Police had their hands full as thousands of cars jammed onto roads up to 3 kilometres from the course. And when they finally reached their destination, just about every spare area was turned into parking space. Private bus lines and taxis had a field day as racegoers who were unable to travel by train looked to other means of transport. Trams and buses were packed with unusually well-dressed passengers, but there were some who turned adversity to their advantage. What better way to arrive than by boat? On the Maribyrnong River, vessels loaded with people made regular stops at the edge of the course. Some decided to be a little old-fashioned, while others just couldn't help but get into the racing spirit. And when all else failed, there was no better mode of travel than the oldest known to man, even if it was a little tiring.
Despite the fact that the day had royal patronage, the crowd of just over 77,000 at Flemington was well down on last year. But for many who took the trouble to go, it was an opportunity to watch the sport of kings in the company of royal blood.
Prince Charles and Princess Diana beat today's traffic snarl by boating into the races, accompanied by a flotilla. Prince Charles later admitted he'd picked second-placed Coiro Corrie-May. While the royal couple were pondering the form, thousands of others had already made up their minds. The TAB expected $16 million to be bet today, $9 million on the Cup. That's without what was bet with the bookies. Police told journalists and photographers covering the royal tour that they couldn't film the royal couple in the stands during the race, and they carried out that order with some force. Police extended their order to all media, including those actually covering the Cup meeting. A Channel 9 camera was pushed from the operator's face and police attempted to block our view. We were later allowed to film the presentation where Prince Charles had a quip about what should be done with the Cup.
I've been trying to persuade the chairman that the Cup should be gently foaming with Fosters, but it seems that most of the supplies are in Britain at the moment.
The Princess of Wales wore a simple suit, black skirt, a white jacket with black lapels and a black and white hat. As usual, the cameras dogged her footsteps. No doubt some of the women who annually pose without prompting thought what a nuisance because they were missing out on media attention. Actually, many people chose the striking contrast of black and white for their outfits, and like Princess Diana, the tone was quite conservative. The customary outrageous outfits were few and very far between. However, not everyone thought that the Princess eclipsed the fashion field.
I am told by a number of people that it was worn at Ascot and at in Florence. I think perhaps someone could have briefed her better to know that this is our most important day for fashion and for really going gung-ho and making a statement.
The annual revelry in the members' car park was subdued today, probably because last night's torrential rain left it a quagmire, and it spelt the finish of many women's shoes.
The clothes-conscious will have their last chance to shine this Thursday, which is traditionally Fashion Day. And of course, the Princess of Wales will be in Canberra by then, no longer hogging the cameras in what's normally their domain.
Somewhere there's a person or syndicate richer by $600,000 as a result of the win by What a Nuisance. They hold ticket number 58218 in the Tatts Melbourne Cup sweep. Robin Uglow attended this morning's draw.
If you were looking for an omen for today's big race in the Tattersall's Cup draw, there were plenty to find. Number 8 dominated, Mapperley Heights. 3 18s were drawn in a row, Coiro Corrie May. And there were plenty of 9s or its multiple for Fox Seal. About 100 or so ticket holders gathered for the draw, considerably less than in other years. A Tatts representative said the train strike seemed to have put people off, and that even ticket sales had been affected. As Melbourne Lord Mayor Councillor Tom Lynch drew the horses' names, there was a buzz of excitement, followed by an almost deafening silence of disappointment as the numbers were drawn from the big metal barrel holding the 200,000 numbered marbles. This is the first time the cup draw has been completely anonymous. Well, no luck for me there.
Description of the Melbourne Cup.
For all, and on the outside of them, Bullion Broker, Net Call, Quistador, Brass Sun. Miners Man in front, 300 to go. A length to Testimony out after it with Beaumont Babe, and they're well clear of Prince Spy with about 200 to go. Miners Man is holding them at bay. Testimony can't go on. Beaumont Babe the danger. It's Miners Man in front, the last riding hard, but Letsy's getting the shillelagh out on Beaumont Babe. The Australian raced up to Miners Man, and Beaumont Babe's coming away to win. A half length to Miners Man. Brass Sun, a good run. Dirawar away well with Under Oath, and Tristark. Black Knight ridden hard early to hold a position from Fox Seal. Rising Prince easing over towards the lead with Butternut, and they were followed wider out on the track. Our Boyfriend looking for the lead with Coiro Corrie May. Back behind them, Dusky Legend, Lack of Reason the outside from Our Sophia, and then came Sir Zephyr. Mapperley Heights back behind them again, and they were followed then by Hey. Kiwi is third last, and Late Show second last. I'm a Prince at the rear. At the 400 the first time, Our Boyfriend in front, a length and a half. Butternut, Langby trying to settle Rising Prince down, but he's pulling hard on the rails. Then came Lack of Reason the outside of Coiro Corrie May. Then came Feeder Awar, a length and a half to Under Oath, and Dusky Legend the outside. Tristark about 9th on the fence, a length to Black Knight, Silver Award, Sir Zephyr. Then came Tripsicum outside, Dwanette's Girl from Fox Seal, 2 lengths to Our Sophia, What a Nuisance. Then 2 to Hey, followed by Mapperley Heights, Sprightly Native, I'm a Prince, Late Show, and last of all is Kiwi. Past the judge and out of the straight they race now. And Our Boyfriend by a length to Butternut and a half length to Rising Prince, settling better. Lack of Reason trapped 3 deep around Coiro Corrie May, and Feeder Awar 2 lengths to Under Oath. Then Dusky Legend a length and a half. Tripsicum in the middle of the field, and at its girth is Black Knight. 2.5 to Sir Zephyr from Silver Award, and getting up on the rails, Dwanette's Girl. A length Tripsicum inclined to pull a little there from Fox Seal, What a Nuisance. 1 to Our Sophia, a length and a half further back, I'm a Prince, Hey, 2 to Sprightly Native. Then 2 to Mapperley Heights, Late Show, and last of all Kiwi, 30 lengths off the lead. As they went to the 1600 halfway, Our Boyfriend in front by a length to Rising Prince. 1 to Corio Corrie May, and a half to Butternut. 2.5 Lack of Reason. 3 lengths to Feeder Awar, and then Under Oath, and there followed further back Tristark on the inside. On its outside is Black Knight and Dusky Legend, a length to Sir Zephyr. 2 on the outside of them, Silver Award, and there followed by Dwanette's Girl, a length Tripsicum. Then Fox Seal, What a Nuisance, a length Our Sophia, 20 off the lead. Then I'm a Prince, Hey, 1 to Mapperley Heights, pull to the outside. There followed 2 lengths away by Sprightly Native, Late Show, and 3 lengths to Kiwi last. 1100 to go in the cup. The leader, Our Boyfriend. 1 length to Rising Prince. A length and a half, Coiro Corrie May and Butternut. 2 lengths to Lack of Reason on the outside of Feeder Awar. 1 to Black Knight getting forward from Sir Zephyr. On the outside, Under Oath. A length to Tristark looking for a run from Silver Award, Dusky Legend. Then Tripsicum, Our Sophia still back about 17th, and Kiwi 2 lengths last with Late Show in front of it. On the turn, 6.50 to go. Our Boyfriend, a length, Rising Prince. One away came Butternut, Coiro, Corrie May from Lack of Reason under oath. Then Dusky Legend to the outside. Tristark trying to get a run. Black Knight badly squeezed up and Kiwi going to the inside. In the straight, Our Boyfriend the leader. Rising Prince is gone. Our Boyfriend kicked 2 in front of Butternut, Coiro, Corrie May. Feeder Rawar's running on, and what a nuisance getting out with a good run. Tripsicum is coming home well on the outside. Tristark is next. Our Sophia a long way back with Kiwi on the rails. 200 to go, and Butternut and Coiro, Corrie May got to Our Boyfriend. What a nuisance coming at them. Here's Tripsicum with a late run, but might be too late. What a nuisance, and Coiro, Corrie May. They're hit it together. What a nuisance won the cup. A nose to Coiro, Corrie May. I think Tripsicum might have got third in front of Feeder Rawar.
And there the winner, What a Nuisance, at 15 to 1. Coiro, Corrie May second at 10s. Tripsicum third at 33s. And the unplaced favourite was Our Sophia at 9 to 2. And for winning jockey, Patrick Thomas Highland, today's success was the highlight of a career spanning 28 years in the saddle. Here's Terry Clifton now speaking with
One of the greatest things that's happened to me in this game is that I've had marvellous friends, Jim Maloney and his wife, and Lloyd Williams, who's been, you know, I've rode his first winner for him, and, you know, he's been a real backstop to me, and I've got to say that that's the best thing that's happened to me in racing is the friends that I've made.
You must have been confident after the McKinnon on Saturday, but when the rain came last night, I guess there must have been a very big smile on your face.
Oh, well, you know, we just need a bit of luck. That was the whole thing. And when you're going out in a race like this, you know, every jockey thinks he's got a chance, and nobody gives an inch. But I don't know, it was my day.
Did you always feel that way in the run today?
Well, I was always very happy in the run, but I was pretty delighted getting to home turn.
Together, 2 lengths clear from Bay of Sterling. Poke No Pearlers, Seeker Fortune strode to the lead. They're followed by Torval, Jewel in the Crown and Vain Princess, but Seeker Fortune's found 5 or 6 legs. It's raced away 4 lengths in front with 200 to go and is going to win by a minute. Sweet Dream Lady battling on with Torval and Jewel in the Crown, but Seeker Fortune has won by 4 lengths. Good battle for the minor placings, nearly a dead heat. Jewel in the Crown. Fair Paint wobbling from Fletcher Boy. Mahogany Row in front at the 300. Tackled now by the other South Australian, Lord Vane from Pan Am, and they are followed by Fletcher Boy. Let's getting to work on Mahogany Row now as Lord Vane runs up alongside it. End on the outside, Fair Paint. Mahogany Row a half length in front of Lord Vane, holding it safely. In fact, was a way to score a big win by about 2 lengths to Lord Vane. Fair Paint has run third.